back for part 3 of this Let's Play of What Remains of Edith Finch. Alright, we have the family tree up here. And this family seems to be cursed. A lot of people seem to die young and in weird, strange ways. And as we go through the game, we're seeing their stories a little bit fantastical. Like Molly's story, she was a kid with imagination. And so she imagined she was a cat. She imagined she was an owl. She imagined she was a shark, a sea monster. On the other hand, Calvin's story, you know, he's the kid that had the astronaut helmet, and he wanted to fly, and he tried on the swing, and it didn't go well for him at all. It's told from the point of view of Edith. That's who the main character is, and we get little bits of story as we go along. So that's what Remains of Edith Finch is. Okay, noise over there. One of my videos is just finished. Okay, so let's do this Let's Play. This is part 3. We're gonna start right where we left off. Okay, let's begin. Oh, and one more thing. The last episode, the sound was off. I had the TV. I had the headphones on, but the TV was on as well. Some of the sound. So we're getting an echo. I think hopefully I fixed that by, making sure that the sound's just going into the computer straight in. Okay. Calvin, 1950 to 1961. So he was 11 years old when he tried to fly. What's here? The old breed. The wrath. The camera. Okay, so nothing special or anything like that. Is there anything else in here? This is his little play area where he's made himself, it looks like some sort of inside of a rocket that he could play on.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Ah. See, I thought maybe the kids just didn't get along. But the mom... No, not the mom. The great-grandma did it. Okay.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I have to admit, when I was a kid, I wanted a house when I grew up that had secret passages. This would have been a fun house to grow up in. Other than the whole
passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Okay, so we're back where we at the top of the stairs. Let's go back. I think we were supposed to keep going. I think. Yes.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
My friend Bigfoot. Every room has to have a guitar in it. Barbara. And each of these rooms have a theme to them. And you can just look at the room and kind of get a bit of personality of who these people were. Old roller skates. Well, not too old. The old ones, they actually fit over your shoes. What's this? Penelope's. Seattle Starlets.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
I see that there, but I want to look over here first. What's this? Happy birthday, Barbara, with the candles. Uh-oh, she's kind of a messy person. I can relate. The old style record machines. I had one probably about like that. Anything good here? Oliver Twist, Greek Tales, Hollywood Workout, Masters of Cinema. So the books are specific to the person sometimes. Some of them are a little bit, oh, here, look at these 3D glasses. Okay, let's go to the comic book. Looks like a little shrine.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
The old music.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Okay, well, okay, I'm going that way.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear! Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your screen.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, we're dead, Walter.
All right.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And where he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay, and that was Barbara's story. The child star Barbara. (1944 to 1960). 14. I don't think this door is going to open. I think we have to go out the other way. Yeah, I'm just going to go back.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
What's up here? Huh. Let me take a look up here. I know
Mom
I'm
must
going to
have
go to
locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. So let's go to the music box and get the key. There we go. Let's turn the handle. Ah. There we go. Now it's down to the basement. Yes, every old house has to have a pool table as well. My friend Ed their family had a pool table in the garage. We'd play sometimes. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking around. Another workbench.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Yeah.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh, another secret passage.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Looks like some sort of fallout
If
shelter.
there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now. The longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
I think the first one said 1968, and now it's 2005. So he's been living in this fallout shelter for quite some time.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly. And Calvin.
Yeah. Entire family. Okay.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Yep.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Okay. Walter, 1952 to 2005. So yeah, so he was the one hiding under the bed when his sister Barbara was killed. In the comic book, it was by a bunch of killers, but it was probably the boyfriend. So anyway, so we got Barbara's story, and now we got Walter's story. So this seems like a good stopping point, because I am trying to keep these kind of short. So thank you for watching, and if you liked it, hit the like button or subscribe, and have a blessed day, and thanks for watching.